Hi, it's me, Sam. I was on vacation, so I wasn't able to bring my laptop, so I didn't know that this assignment was due Monday until I got back. I would say a little into early Monday morning, like maybe 2 a.m. in the morning, I think I landed. And I haven't been able to access Blackboard, so I just found out yesterday that this assignment was due on Monday, and I feel really bad for missing it, and I apologize. So I know I'm probably going to get points deducted because it was late, but I'm just going to do it anyway, and hopefully the teacher will accept it. If not, I understand. So here it is. I have chosen a children's book, my favorite, Winnie the Pooh. I have lost all of my original Winnie the Pooh books, and along with all the movies as well when we redid the house. So they're probably still just in boxes somewhere in storage. But I printed it out, Winnie the Pooh, first book. So here we go. Chapter 1, in which we are introducing to Winnie the Pooh and some bees, and the story begins. Here is Edward Bear, coming downstairs now, bump, 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 on the back of his head, behind Christopher Robin. It is, as far as he knows, the only way of coming downstairs. But sometimes he feels that there was really no other way. If only he could stop bumping for a moment and think of it. And then he feels that perhaps there isn't. Anyhow, here he is at the bottom and ready to be introduced to you. Winnie the Pooh. When I first read his name, I said, I just as you are going to say, but I thought he was a boy. So did I, said Christopher Robin. Then you can't call him Winnie. I don't. But you said, as Winnie the Pooh. Oops, sorry. He's Winnie the Pooh. Don't you know that? There means? Ah, yes. Now I do, I said quickly. And I hope you do too, because it is all the explanation you're going to get. Sometimes Winnie the Pooh likes a game of some sort when he comes downstairs, and sometimes he likes to sit quietly in front of the fire and listen to a story. This evening, what about a story? Said Christopher Robin. What about a story? I said. Could you very sweetly tell Winnie the Pooh one? I suppose I could, I said. What sort of stories does he like? About himself, because he's that sort of bear. Oh, I see. Could you so very sweetly? I'll try, I said. So I tried. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, about last Friday, Winnie the Pooh lived in a forest all by himself, under the name of Sanders. What does under the name mean? Asked Christopher Robin. It means he had the name over the door in gold letters and lived under it. Winnie the Pooh wasn't quite sure, said Christopher Robin. Now I am, I said a growly voice. Then I will go on, I said. One day when he was out walking, he came to an open place in the middle of the forest, and in the middle of this place was a large oak tree. And in front of the top of the tree there came a loud buzzing noise. Winnie the Pooh sat down at the front of the tree and put his head in between his paws and began to think. First of all, he said to himself, that buzzing noise means something. You don't get a buzzing noise like that, just buzzing and buzzing without it meaning something. If there's a buzzing noise, somebody's making a buzzing noise. And the only reasoning for the making of the buzzing noise is that I know of is because you're a bee. Then he thought another long time, and said, and the only reason for being a bee is that I know is making honey. And then he got up and said, and the only reason for making honey is so I can eat it. And so he began to climb the tree, and he climbed, and he climbed, and he climbed. And as he climbed, he sang a little song to himself. Isn't it funny how a bear likes honey? Buzz, buzz, buzz. I wonder why he does. And then he climbed a little further, and a little further, and then just a little further. And by the time he had thought of another song, It's very funny that if bears were bees, they built their nest at the bottom of the tree. And that being so, if bees were bears, we shouldn't have to climb up all these stairs. He was getting rather tired by this time, so that is why he sang a complaining song. He has nearly there now, and if just stood on at the branch, crack! "Oh, help!" said Pooh, as he dropped 10 feet from the branch below him. "If only I hadn't," he said, as he bounced 20 feet onto the next branch. "You see, what I meant to do," he explained as he turned head over heels and crashed onto another branch 30 feet below. "What I meant to do. Of course it was rather," he admitted, as he slithered so very quickly through the next 6 branches. "It all comes, I suppose," he decided as he said a goodbye to the last branch, spun round 3 times and flew gracefully into the gorse brush. "It all comes to a liking of honey. So much. Oh, help!" He crawled out of the gorse bush, brushed, and then prickles from his nose began to think again. And the first person he thought of was Christopher Robin. "Was that me?" said Christopher Robin, in an odd voice, hardly daring to believe it. "That was you." Christopher Robin said nothing, but his eyes got larger and larger, and his face got pricklier and pinker. So Winnie the Pooh went around to his friend Christopher Robin, who lived behind a green door in another part of the forest. "Good morning, Christopher Robin," he said. "Good morning, Winnie the Pooh," you said. "I wonder if you've got such a thing as a balloon about you." "A balloon?" "Yes," I said to myself coming along. "I wonder if Christopher Robin such a thing as a balloon about him?" I just said it to myself, thinking of balloons and wondering, "What do you want a balloon for?" you said. Winnie the Pooh looked around to see that nobody was listening, put his paw in his mouth, and said into a deep whisper, "Honey." "But you don't get honey with balloons." "I do," said Pooh. "Well, it just happens that you had been to a party the day before at the house of your friend Piglet, and you had balloons at the party, and you had been given a big green balloon. One balloon of Rabbit's relations had a big blue one, and had left it behind, being really too young to go to a party at all, and so you had brought the green one and the blue one home with you." "Which one would you like?" asked Pooh. And that is all I have for this story. I think there is a couple more pages, but my printer would not print the rest of them, so I'm going to leave it off at there. I hope you guys enjoy the Winnie the Pooh story as much as I did. Thank you.